Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanathmirandasya Gyananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam papnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today we shall be discussing the fourth verse from the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The fourth verse is atra śūrā maheṣv-āsā bhīmārjuna-samā yudhi yuyudhāno virāṭaś drupadaś mahā-rathaḥ. Here in this army are many heroic bowmen, equal in fighting to Bhīma and Arjuna, great fighters like Yuyudhāna, Virāṭa and Drupada. So, after describing the concern related to Dhṛṣṭadyumna, which was not really a big obstacle in the eyes of Duryodhana, but he's pointing out some other great warriors who are of great concern. So he says, Bhīma-arjuna-samā yudhi. Especially these warriors are equal in strength like Bhīma and Arjuna. Because he knew the strength of Bhīma and Arjuna. Bhīma is a great club fighter, and Arjuna was, of course, the great bowman, the great knower of Dhanur-shastra, Dhanur-veda. So, he is pointing out some warriors who are equal in fighting with Bhīma and Arjuna. So he's talking about yuyudhāno virāṭaś, drupadaś mahā-rathaḥ. So especially mentioning three other warriors, comparing them with Bhīma and Arjuna. So first and foremost he's saying Yuyudhāna. Yuyudhāna is another name of Satyaki, who was son of a great Rishni king named Satyaka. Therefore, his name was Satyaki. So he was also one of the Rishnis from the same family where Krishna was also born. So we know the history that before the battle of Kurukshetra, Arjuna and Duryodhana both had approached Krishna, and Krishna had agreed to give the army one side and another side himself would be there without any weapons or without even fighting, participating in the war. So Arjuna was very delighted to accept Krishna without his army. And Duryodhana, of course, was very happy to receive the army of Krishna. So Satyaki, on the other hand, had decided to take side of the Pandavas. So he was on the side of Arjuna and Yudhishthira Maharaj. So, and also another feature of Satyaki or Yuyudhāna was he was a disciple of Arjuna. He had learned Dhanurveda from Arjuna. So he was known as a great knower of Dhanurveda as well. In fact, in the battlefield, he was one of the persons who would greatly hinder Droṇācārya, because Droṇācārya was the one who could not be battled by anyone. His expertise in Dhanurveda was incomparable. Only Arjuna could fight with him. But because Satyaki or Yuyudhāna was personally trained by Arjuna, he could actually create tremendous frustration even in Droṇācārya in battlefield. So the history is there, of course, in Mahabharata that he one day, Droṇācārya wanted to capture the king Yudhishthira, because if the king is captured, then the battle is over. Nobody will really fight if the king is already captured. Captured king means he becomes servant or he loses his right of becoming the king. But Satyaki or Yuyudhāna was the one who actually did not allow Droṇācārya to proceed and attack, capture Yudhishthira Maharaj. So he was a great help. And of course Virāṭa was the king of Virāṭa. the same place where Pandavas, during their 13th years of exile, were living in incognito. So King Virat, he was also a great warrior. He was known as the great warrior. So he and his son Uttara, they both took the side of Pandavas, and Mahabharata describes that King Virāṭa was killed on the 15th day at the hands of Droṇācārya. The battle lasted for 18 days, and out of 18 days, 15th day, King Virāṭa died, being killed by Droṇācārya. And Drupada, of course, was the case, again a great warrior. Well-known enmity between Drupada and Droṇācārya is known as part of the history of Mahabharata. So here in this verse, Duryodhana is actually describing the warriors which are on the side of Pandavas, and basically describing three warriors: Yuyudhāna, Virāṭa and Drupada, comparing them with the strength of the Bhīma and Arjuna. So thank you very much. We will continue with the next verse in the next video. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.